How's it going, guys? It's your boy, Lieutenant Dan here from Unintentional Grounding Live. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. It is a Saturday. It's Saturday? Saturday? Yeah, Saturday, March 28th. Man, the time is flying, man. If you think about it, time is flying. People practicing their social distancing in this time of crisis currently, this pandemic that's kind of going around. Shout out to all the people that are working hard around the clock at all the hospitals and around the clock at the grocery stores and all of the essential places to be able to keep us, kind of running and keep us going while we're going through these hard times. Y'all, the real G's, thank you so much for coming through. Really appreciate you guys. Joseph, thank you so much. And the Twitch chat, really appreciate it. Lunatic Falcon, what's going on? Rise up from the YouTube chat. Make sure you head over to the Twitch chat if you haven't already. And follow the channel. We're trying to climb to 200 followers on it's either 200 or 300. We're trying to climb up there to get to that particular point. And we are also trying to stream to Facebook as well so that we can have some people. Archangel, good to see you, my man. Rise up, stay grounded. Been a minute there. Let's what are we doing today? Simply Len, good to see you, my man. Rise up, stay grounded. What are we doing today? We are checking out, there's a site called NFL Mock Draft Database, and it categorizes and groups all of the mock drafts that are ever done online. And you can use this site to look at every single mock draft, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to look at the past week's mock drafts and laugh at it. That's good content, right? I think it's just important at this point, this juncture in the road, to take a look at what other people are trying to mock to Atlanta, what they're trying to mock to Dallas, what they're trying to mock to wherever. Shout out to Vash Lombardi, who's probably asleep because it's 8 in the morning. So it's 8:30 for those of you that are just rising up. Shout out to Vash Lombardi, who kind of gave me this idea. I was thinking about doing this 2 or 3 days ago, and I didn't want to go through with it. And here we are now. He did a mock draft review on, I believe it was the NFL mock draft. I am doing this primarily because not only he gives me the confidence to go and do this, because I was like, I don't know, this content might be lame. But I mean, now we get to look at multiple mock drafts, and who doesn't want to do that? So, with that being said, let's get straight into the live screen. Where's my chat? Why is my chat acting weirdo? Chad Ruhr. All right, we'll check that out. We will check that out. Okay, so the chat might be having a problem, but if you are on twitch.tv/unintentional grounding, link is in the description of the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on YouTube. If you are going over to the Twitch, then your chat will be on the screen, from what I can tell, and notifications for follows, subscribes, and things of that nature will also go off for the Twitch stuff. I'm giving them priority today. Because my Twitch peeps work a lot of hours, and they are super supportive, and I just kind of want to give them some love today. So that being said, Dirty Dog, good to see you. Big John, what's up, man? What's going on? Good to see you, Big John. Haven't seen you in half a minute, my dude. I hope you're doing well. Seeing some peeps pop into the chat. Make sure you hit that like button, that notification bell, and that subscribe button. If you haven't already headed over to the Twitch, it is downloadable for iOS and Android, as well as it is available for your computer. You can go on there, twitch.tv/unintentional grounding. Link is in the description of the video, and you can check us out. It works just like YouTube, only they don't copyright my videos like assholes. Anywho, all right, so, yeah. Do we have a problem here? No. All right. So, yeah, let's view this first mock draft that was done 17 hours ago. This was last updated 9 hours ago. Let's do this mock draft here for, what is this, by Matt Phelan from NFL Draft Addicts. This is new and safe. What is that supposed to mean? Let's view this mock draft. It's a safe mock draft, I guess. What do they got? They got Joe Burrow, Chase Young, Okuda, Becton, Herbert, Tua. Yeah, this is really safe. Now I know what they mean by safe. Chason goes at 11. Perfect. I didn't want him in Atlanta either. CJ Henderson. See, folks. This is where this gets me, man. Where are we putting CJ Henderson? In the slot? So we drafted a slot corner in the first round. But CJ Henderson could go and play on the outside, Dan. Didn't Raheem Morris say he has utmost confidence in Oliver and Sheffield to be the outside guys? So suddenly you draft CJ Henderson in the first round to be Brian Poole, basically. That's what you drafted CJ Henderson for? To be a temporary safety, backup corner, and a nickel corner? That's what you drafted him for? I mean, I guess if you're going to be 70% in the nickel and you're going to need a nickel corner constantly, then having a starter is not the worst thing in the entire world. But a first round pick on a nickel corner is yeah, that just that kind of makes me scratch my head. Yeah, that just kind of makes me scratch my head. But okay. Delpit and Kenny, Gladney. This is actually a great draft for the Jags. They get Derek Brown, and then they turn right around and get Jeff Gladney. So they get a hell of a starter. They get a hell of a starter there, and then they get the big brown machine. That sounds bad. Here's a mock draft that AJ Epineza does not fall to the second round. Good, because he's not a second round talent. He's a first round talent. Thank God. I don't see any. This is very safe. I do not see anybody. This is a bit advantageous. T. Higgins in the first round. I haven't seen a lot of mocks that have done that. Kinlaw at 29. Okay, let's put something straight. The Falcons take CJ Henderson at 16. Okay. But Kinlaw's at 29. Sure. Hey, YouTube chat. I need your help. Huh? What? Huh? What? What'd you say? What? Stone Cold Steve Austin. What is this garbage, man? See, this is garbage. See, okay, look. Epineza, Gross Matos, and Kinlaw all in the 20s. And yet the Falcons take CJ Henderson to put him in the slot. Sure. Not really. This one is Draft Tech. This was 18 hours ago. Draft Tech. Burrow, Young, Tua, Force, Simmons. All right. Where did Simmons go in the other mock? Where did Isaiah Simmons go? 7. And where they have him going in this mock? 5. All right. Okay. Sure. Let's see. Becton, Thomas, Okuda. Wow. Okuda going to the Jags. I mean, to fall from there to there. And he not end up in one of these teams right here. I mean, for them to trade out and down from 3 to 5 so that the Dolphins can get Tua. Okay. Jerry Jeudy, Kinlaw, and now and then Chason. Okay. So I don't want to be known as the resident Chason hater. But if you're drafting Chason to be a Sam linebacker, and a third pass rusher on the team, then it's to be honest, this serves its purpose, but basically doesn't learn from the mistakes from the past. So if you learned from the mistakes in the past and you understand that Vic Beasley is basically the same player archetype as Chason, then why'd you even let Vic Beasley go? He's gonna cost $17 million, Dan. He's gonna cost 12, 13 million, Dan. We can't take him. All right, cool. I understand that. So what you need is a temporary pass rusher, and a Sam linebacker, and you're gonna draft Chason in the first round, a guy that has tackle problems and is an unfinished project. And I was just told over these last couple of months that the Falcons can't afford to take an unfinished project. Even a guy with as athletic a profile as any other defensive end in this draft, maybe in the top 3, top 2 in athletic profiles. You're going to take Chason in the first round when you could have, a host, a Malik Harrison, Patrick Queen, that kid out of Wyoming, Evan Weaver, a whole host, Troy Dye. You could have a whole host of linebackers, Sam linebacker types that could take this job, and the Sam linebacker is not even that important to Atlanta's work, because our Sam linebacker is also a third rusher if we're still going to use the Dan Quinn identity. If we're not going to use the Dan Quinn identity, then Chason really doesn't matter, because we'll play some base, which has like a 34 look that has like 5 guys on the line, but you won't need Chason to be out there if you've got tack, especially if you're going to be doing that kind of crap. So I'm not taking Chason in the first round just for him to be a Sam linebacker. It makes no sense. That value, and I don't believe in value, but that value doesn't make any sense to me. So, all right, cool. Fun stuff, man. Ken Law to the Panthers is absolutely terrifying. Ken Law to the Panthers is terrifying. Becton is a good pick for the Bucs. So let's keep going down. They've got Jordan Love going to the Jags. I don't know, man. The more I look at the Jags, the more I'm like, I think the boys like Gardner Minshew a lot. What's going on, Jock? Good to see you, my man. Rise up. Stay grounded. Anthony Wright in the chat right now, just going over so many different scenarios over here. Anthony Wright puts in a lot of work in the chat. Make sure you guys give him a thumbs up on his ideas if they're good. AJ Epineza falling to 23 and going to the New England Patriots is absolutely terrifying after they lost Kyle Van Noy, and they'll be probably using Epineza in that same role as an inside-outside guy. So that's kind of terrifying. You pick Chason? No, these are not my mocks. These are not my mocks, bro. These are not my mocks. So AJ Epineza, that already makes me mad. Gross Matos, that makes me mad. Ezra Cleveland, I've watched a little bit of Boise State fan, and he's all right. I mean, I don't know why he's getting so much hype now. Just because people are like, AJ Terrell first round is like, what are we doing? Like, I don't know what we're doing here. Next is a CBS mock. Let's take a look at CBS. This was made 22 hours ago by Josh Edwards. It is a 7-round 2020 NFL mock draft. Buccaneers help Tom Brady with O-line and Patriots. I could go and look at the full mock draft, but let's just take a look at just the cliff notes here. Good to see Archangel in the chat. 50 million. Good to see my man rise up, stay grounded. I hope you're doing well. Falcons 224. What's going on? I don't think we take Chason. Delpet's going to be a beast. Kenneth Murray, I think 32 is too low for him. I think Kenneth Murray, the best thing that's going for him is an athletic profile and the fact that he played in the Big 12. And the Big 12 has no defense, so he just looks pretty good without all the other players looking pretty good. No offense to Oklahoma defenders, but when I was watching y'all, I was like, are we playing Pop Warner or what? Or what? Because, like, y'all played the SEC once and y'all got smacked. Or maybe twice. Anyway. Onwards and upwards. Very similar to most of the mock drafts that we see here, although we don't see a trade up for Tua or Herbert, and yet they are taken here. Wharfs is even a better pick for the Giants. I love that pick. This is another chase on draft by the Atlanta Falcons. AJ Epineza goes at 19. This is more reasonable. I think AJ Epineza is going to go somewhere in between pick 10 to pick 23. That's the range for AJ Epineza, I think. And a lot of people are, they're focusing a little too much on he had a bad combine, bad combine. Oh my god, it's so silly, so ridiculous. That's a new one. That's a new one. I haven't seen that. And our 7th rounder goes to Miami in the trade. Falcons Nation, what's your thoughts? Oh, okay, so you're doing a whole host of like trade down, trade up stuff. Yeah, that's interesting. Zach Bond to the Ravens. I've got another food for thought that's coming out on Instagram. It'll be posted to the Twitterverse as well. But I had Atlanta at 16 taking Zach Bond in one of my latest mock drafts. And the more I put Zach Bond in Atlanta, the more I was like, Zach Bond at 16 makes a hell a lot of sense. A guy that can play Sam linebacker, so he's not going to get a whole ton of snaps. A guy that can make Aluakon sit down and not have to be on the field. A guy that can rush off the edge and has pass rush skills, and a guy that can drop into coverage. He can be the guy to be on the strong side of the line if we move Dante Fowler Jr. over to the weak side of the line for any reason, needing to sit McKinley. I like the pick. It gives me... It's solid. Thinking about it, a lot of people go, that's too high. I don't think so. I think that's great. I think that's a great pick, but Zach Bond in Baltimore is terrifying because Zach Bond is a terrifying human being. I kind of want to see what the rest of this mock draft looks like, so let's just open this up really quick. Whoa. Hold on one second. Okay, cool. Let's see what this says. Hey, calm down. Calm down. All right. So what? They had Atlanta in this one. Why? Atlanta signed Dante Fowler Jr., which may not pan out as hoped. Y'all reading this? In any case, they supply some additional pass rush on the other side by selecting Chase on in the first round. Okay. Sure. Round 2. Let's see what they have, Atlanta. So they have... This is a little more realistic with these particular guys going in this particular area. But let's go down. Jordan Love in the second round is kind of whoa, buddy. And then they have us taking a corner. Athletic traits. I'm going to use help in the secondary after releasing True Fine. We haven't even seen what Sheffield and Oliver can do, and they're already putting another outside corner on the roster, and we already have 5 corners on the roster already. So that's pretty funny. Let's see here. Weaver goes to Buffalo. That's terrifying. Round 3. Troutman. That's a good pick. Jonah Jackson, the Ohio State offensive lineman. Trafford Ward's out with Jackson. He went to Rutgers. Illinois offensive lineman, nation's best interior offensive players. Then why did he fall all the way to the 3rd round? So now they okay. So they've addressed almost every single position with a guy that overqualifies for a particular place. This is actually hilarious. Let's see. Jalen Hurts goes to the Patriots. I guess they're winning a Super Bowl. Guess they're winning a Super Bowl now. Bradley and I to Denver is also terrifying. Jeremy Chin to the Patriots is terrifying. Round 4. This is where the Falcons have 2 picks. Let's see where the Falcons select. There goes Ashton Davis. Darrington Evans, running back, Appalachian State. Evans open eyes with his 40-yard dash at the time of the combine. Is that it? Is that it? It's like it's just everything that they have is they did something at the combine and he would be great with the Falcons. Like, and we've addressed every position that has like it's almost full, and we've put guys that overqualify for particular positions. Where is the Falcons' 2nd pick here? Logan Wilson, linebacker out of Wyoming. So okay, so Logan Wilson comes in. So Chason comes in as a 3rd pass rush specialist, and then they draft Logan Wilson. I just don't get this. And then we have a 5th round pick. I saw somebody put James Lynch in the 1st round in mocks in the Avach mock draft, and I died laughing. But his talent is definitely a 3rd or 2nd round talent, depending on how you want to play him. Oh, we don't have a 5th round pick? Since when? Since when? We have a 5th round pick, buddy. What happened here? Unless we traded something somewhere. 6th round pick. Because we definitely don't have a 6th round pick. If they say we have a 6th round pick, we traded somewhere. The Hurst trade. The Hurst trade. You're right. You are right. So we don't have a 5th round pick. And then Jake what is this? Why a quarterback? Atlanta adds a valuable long-term backup for Matt Ryan. Keckles. All right. Denver Post. Let's check out the Denver Post. What do they got going on? Kinlaw to the Jags. Simmons to the Panthers. Still very safe mock draft here. They also have us taking CJ Henderson. So they, again, another slot corner potential takeover for Sheffield if he doesn't work out. So obviously we're just shitting on Sheffield here. That's pretty funny. They got Roquan Davis going in the 1st round, which is rare. Rare. And then Noah's in the 1st round too. That's also rare. Interesting. What was this? 1st round project. Again, the free agency. Okay, so let's go to Detroit News. Mock draft 2.0, he says, 1 day ago. Let's check it out. Fairly reasonable all the way down, and they have us taking Chase on CJ Henderson to the Dallas Cowboys. And then they also have AJ Epineza going out of the 1st round. This is laughable. Like, I'm kecking pretty hard. There's no originality to this mock draft. There's just no originality in this mock draft. It's just like, it's the same tired names we've heard before. There's just nothing. There's nothing. I mean, the 49ers, I guess, are trading up from the back. Wait, how did they get that? Oh, yeah. They had a trade. They had the Buckner trade. So they actually have pick 13. Oh, 49er. Okay, all right. NFL.com. We're going to NFL.com. 6 trade shake-up round 1. Yeah, this is the one that that Vach was looking at, where we trade up for Isaiah Simmons and all we gave up was a 3rd. Oh man, yeah, Archangel and Oliver looked better. Oliver looked better. Sheffield looked better as an outside corner. He's looking better at the tape that we're getting to see from him. I just don't think that we really need a corner in the first round. Isaiah Simmons, a trade up for Isaiah Simmons. Would it complete everything that we're looking to do? Be able to cover tight ends, be able to have a slot corner, be able to have a pass rusher from the middle linebacking position as well as the outside linebacking position, to play some Sam linebacker, to play some coverage, outside corner, inside corner. Like, he can do it all. Like, he can do all kinds of things. And he'd be a great movable piece, especially for a team that's mostly full. Mostly has all the pieces already set up. Yeah, Isaiah Simmons would be a heck of a great pick if he were to fall down all the way to 11. The Jets were able to trade with us, who they still take Chase on, which I think is probably going to be a potential pick for them at 11 anyway. So, yeah, this would be great. I would be down with this, especially if we only gave up our 3rd. In fact, actually, let me look at the rest of this mock draft. I don't know. Who do we take in round 2? Because we give up our 3rd round pick, Marlon Davidson. So Marlon Davidson, how would he fit in the team? He is an inside-outside guy. Probably better suited for outside in the long run. So this would probably be your Takk McKinley replacement and Adrian Claiborne replacement. I think Oliver will be good. Everyone hates on Oliver. Yeah, same. I think Raheem Morris is going to make a huge change. By the way, just want to quickly laugh at the LA Rams logo. This is the part of the show where we cock our heads back and we laugh. Ready? Ready. Yeah, I think this is a trash logo. They should have just made it the updated version of the original Rams head logo, not the St. Louis Rams, the original LA Rams 1960s, 1950s Rams head logo. And they should have just kept it that way. This logo sucks. This looks like it was made at a town hall. This looks like it was made by city hall officials going, we want it to look good on the billboards. We want people when they drive in and they look at our city. We want them to see LA. It looks like a wave. It looks like surfing. It's bright. It looks sunny. It's LA. This is the Rams. Yes. Goodness grief. Goodness grief. But yeah, Marlon Davidson in the 2nd round. That's pretty great, actually. So we give up our 3rd round pick, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the 4th round. Let's go to the 4th round. Let's see what the Falcons do. I think we have 2 picks in this round, right? Khalid Kareem, edge. Ugh. All right. Okay. You do you, fam. Lynn Bowden, wide receiver from Kentucky. A third round pick, huh? You're gonna take a fourth round pick. You're gonna take a fourth round wide receiver. Okay. All right. Moving on. Fansided. Let's take a look at Fansided. Let's see. Oh, that's a new one. That's new. I don't usually see that happen. Simmons, Wharfs, Thomas. Ooh, okay. All right. It does look like a wave. Not after signing Treadwell. You're right. Not after signing Treadwell. And here's another mock draft where the Falcons take Chase on because they just want to give us that athletic edge because we missed on Vic Beasley and you get another turn. This is another mock draft that AJ Epineza falls out of the first round. How many rounds is this? Just one? Oh, they had a trade there. That's what it was. That is so garbage. All right. Yep. And it's only a one-round mock. Next is CBS from 2 days ago. Simmons to the Browns. Okay. All right. I mean, and the Falcons get Kinlaw. Okay, so how would Kinlaw work with Atlanta? Well, Kinlaw would probably end the need for Sanat. Kinlaw would also probably kill any more defensive linemen for the entire draft. Doesn't address the edge position. I would love Kinlaw in the first round. But the way that our defensive line is worked out, we already paid for Bailey to be here for another year, and Kinlaw would be a 3-tech starting out. We already got Davison to starting nose tackle. He's not going to be there. And if we run a 5-2 look or 34 over or under, depending on where the line is shifted, then there's no need for Kinlaw there either because Kinlaw wouldn't be taking Grady's spot. So the only way that he would be able to get on the field would be base formations, which is already limiting what he does best, which is pass rushing. So Javon Kinlaw doesn't make any sense. Unless you play him defensive end, but that's also, again, limiting what he can do the best. So Javon Kinlaw doesn't make any sense at all. Like zero. Like absolutely zero. Unless you get rid of Sanat. You get rid of... like you didn't re-sign Bailey. That was the only way that a defensive tackle was going to be taken in the first round. Was if Bailey was not re-signed. And when we re-signed Bailey, that killed all opportunity to take a defensive tackle in the first round. I don't expect a defensive tackle in the first round at all. And that's probably why the Falcons will then go and take a defensive tackle in the first round, because I didn't expect it. Because it doesn't make any sense. AJ Epineza to the Patriots again, which scares the hell out of me. Chase on to the Vikings. Just another athletic freak. Patrick Queen there. Zach Bond. That's a good one. These are two rare corner picks in the first round. How many rounds is this? How many rounds in this mock draft? 1 round. Or so it seems. It just goes round 1. Okay. All right. Washington Post. Very safe mock draft. CJ Henderson again. Why am I even surprised? Why am I even surprised by these mocks anymore? 98.5, the Sports Hub. Post free agency mock 2 days ago. Jason. These guys don't have any originality anymore. Just no originality. If Bond and Henderson are there at 16, who do they draft? Oh, you gotta go Bond, dude. Got to. NJ.com. No originality whatsoever. I don't see anything original up here. I just see the same tired names. Christian Fulton. Okay, finally somebody has some originality and some balls. All right, good. Finally, somebody has some originality. Okay, Christian Fulton. This is the same problem that I have with CJ Henderson. And unless you're not confident in Sheffield being an outside corner, unless you're not about Kendall Sheffield being an outside corner, then Christian Fulton here is playing the over-glorified slot position again. So if you're a really big fan of Chris Harris out there in Denver, and you love playing those diamond nickel looks, and you want one of those corners, one of those physical corners out there, then either Sheffield or Christian Fulton will be out there as that nickel corner. But you've already got Allen here to play that spot. So unless you really just, and again, this is why I don't think corner will be a first-round pick, is because if you are saying that Sheffield and Oliver are your guys, then you wouldn't draft Christian Fulton to come in. You wouldn't draft Christian Fulton, not Jason, but you wouldn't draft Christian Fulton to come in and start taking people's jobs, you know. But yeah, AJ Epineza to the Seahawks, Patrick Queen to the Saints. Interesting. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Pro Football Network. First round. People always think they're cute, like going, Isaiah Simmons to the New York Giants. I'm so original. Let's keep it going. CJ Henderson, another mock where it's like they lost Trufant. See, okay, so this is why people do this. They lost Desmond Trufant, which was one of their best starting corners. Now they have to add talent to that area. Not even looking at the team and saying, do they have a plan? That's what mock draft people are so stupid about. So they go, oh, they lost a great talent. They have to replace it with an equally great talent. And that's not the case. Some teams are like, we're confident in our rookies and what we can accomplish with those guys. That's the reason why I'm not freaking out. Raekwon Davis, rare pick here to the New England Patriots, which is pretty cool. And KJ Hamler, which is another rare pick. Very interesting. All right. Fantasy Pros. Let's take a look at this one. What's going on here? Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Same stuff. Another mock draft where they take CJ Henderson. I think it's just like as bad as a virus, as bad as a common cold. Somebody sneezes on somebody, goes, it's CJ Henderson, and then they go, oh, it's CJ Henderson. It's CJ Henderson. And then everybody's mocking the Atlanta Falcons with CJ Henderson, corner from Florida. Everybody starts just sneezing away. Let's see if they do more than one round. All I see is round one. Oh, ew, they got a round two. Okay, so let's take a look at this round two. Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Wyndham. This is actually a pretty decent mock draft going down the bottom here. This is getting really interesting. Raekwon Davis from Alabama. Atlanta Falcons still have needs all over the defense, and you address it with one of the highest upside players in this class. Raekwon's not that impressive, buddy. He's just long. Monster human being, swallows the truth, dynamic interior defender. He seemed to put it all together in Alabama, but never seemed to put it together in Alabama. Red flag. Even if he doesn't pan out at the next level as a top-tier pass rusher from the interior, he's still a dynamic force against the run. So you would draft somebody going, he might not turn out well in the future here in the NFL, but you know what, guys? He still can be a pretty great, big trash can full of dirt, and we can just sit him out there like any other NFL defensive lineman and get barely any pass rush from them, but we can get out there and have them just play some ball. I'll pass and I'll get somebody with actual pass rush upside. Do we have anything more than round 2? They actually did a round 3. Heck. All right, cool. Let's look at Jordan Brooks from Texas Tech. Let's see their little thing here. Oh boy, he ran him out. I guess this is him here. Yeah. He ran him out. Oh. They have a 4th round? No. All right. Crap, mock draft. Yahoo. They still have the old logo. Or no, not them. Do they have the Rams logo? Where's the Rams logo? Oh, weird. They don't even have them in the first round. Or, wait, Rams don't have a first round pick. Well, that was weird. Then that means that there was a trade up in that other one. All right. What are the Falcons taking? CJ Henderson. Achoo. Chew. Just sneezing on you, man. Is that more than just round 1? Oh yeah, they just did 1 round. Story continues. Oh yeah, it does. All right, y'all are taking too long. Next, CBS from 3 days ago. Let's take a look at this one. Achoo. They don't have it because of the Goff trade. Okay. All right. Thank you, Dirty Dog. Appreciate it, man. Kinlaw all the way. Again, Derek Brown at 20, Kinlaw at 22, and the Falcons don't take either one of those guys, which doesn't really make a lot of sense anyway to take them here. But Derek Brown falling to 16, I'm like, are you out of your mind? I would put that boy right behind Bailey and be like, don't you worry about a thing, man. Don't you worry about a thing. All right. Few more. Draft site. Round 1 mock. Ooh, the Niners trading all the way up to 13 to get Kinlaw. Falcons take Chase on. Of course. Of course. Ooh. Mutai in the first round. Ooh, Cameron Dantzler in the first round. Okay. All right, I see you crazy. I see you crazies. I see you crazies out here. Da 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 da. See, man, if Chason goes early, it's CJ Henderson. See, it's addictive. It's addictive to do, man. 90% of mocks have us taking CJ Henderson. Let's go to another one. Just looking for something to talk about. Trayvon Diggs in the first round. And Henderson goes 19. Okay. Sorry, Joseph. You guys got Chase on. Good luck. Good luck. You'll need it. Diggs out of Alabama is not a terrible corner, but again, you take a corner in the first round, and the responsibility is that corner is going to be taking over a starting position on the outside, right? Oop, Weaver in the first round. Hey. Arnett in the first round. Hey. That's what's up. 4 days ago, San Diego Union Tribune. Oh, I love that. I love that. Oof. Oh. 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 But they got some all kind. Oh my Lord in heaven. They got some. What? Do you guys see that? Hold up. I'm gonna read this. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what? What? Okay. Burrow Young, Okuda Wharfs. Tua. All right. We've seen it before. Simmons. Something that I don't usually see. Brown. Seen it. Willis. Seen it. Chason. Seen it a couple of times. Thomas, Judy, Lamb, Ruggs. Boom, boom, boom. 3 wide receivers. Becton. Henderson. Zakabanu. I would jump out of the seat of my pants. I would be like, what in the hell are we doing? And I'm so glad we did it. This is not a Falcons pick. This is Rich McKay having a wet dream. Fulton, McKinney, Kinlaw to 19. What value? Herbert at 20. What? All right. Okay. Good pick by the Vikings. I'm Gladney. McKay back in the mix this time. I know. What is this? What is this? What are those? That's great, man. That's a great mock. That like a smile creeps across my face because somebody did something original. Somebody had something to say. This is a crazy mock, man. AJ Terrell to the Saints. It's not, I mean, again, I'm not a big AJ Terrell fan. I laugh at AJ Terrell being a first round pick, but his talent level is there. You know what, San Diego Tribune? You guys know what's up. You guys know what's up. You're watching film. Houston Chronicle. Let's see if the Houston Chronicles got some balls. Mock draft 8.0. Nope. Achoo. They caught the same cold. And they have Kinlaw at 13 going to San Francisco. Achoo. Achoo. Sneezing on him. Another mock draft by the Houston Chronicle. And the same shit. Touchdown Wire. What are these sites, man? What are these sites? CJ Henderson. They caught the cold. Achoo. Zach Moss in the first round. Thought I saw something that said rare. I was like, ooh, woof. Next is the Pewter Report. 3-round mock draft. Let's go to their site. 3-round mock draft, huh? Pewter Report. Oh, this is a Tampa Bay Bucks site. We'll see them shit on the Falcons. Let's see it. Let's see that shit on the Falcons. Kinlaw, Becton, San Francisco, Christian Fulton. Falcons don't have a single quality cornerback on their roster. We don't. So now they'll hope that Isaiah Oliver evolves on one side while a rookie likely takes over as the other. Fulton is one of the more pro-ready, technical sound corners in the class, and he proves that the combination that his athleticism can be a significant strength in his game. Like Sheffield doesn't exist. Yeah, no way you take Swift in the first round. You're right. You right. So this is a 3-rounder. So let's go down here. Click below to see round 2. All right, round 2. All right, Epineza. I'm not this high on Epineza, but he feels like a Matt Patricia type edge defender. Bucks fans, Bucks writers. All right, so let's go down to the Falcons' next pick. Swift in the second. Fits Atlanta's style as a smaller, more explosive defensive tackle with pass rush upside, but his tape is more random flashes and sustained dominance. So it's just taking out of context what the Falcons do and utilizing it to shit on your rivals. Love it. Love the shit show that's going on here. And then Cam Akers. Exchanging one Florida State running back for another. Akers' ability to make people miss should be fun behind a Falcons offensive line looking to take a big step forward in 2020. It's just a shit show. Yeah, nice try. CBS from 4 days ago. Let's take a look here. Any original... Wait a minute. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, we traded back? What do we get? I want to see this mock draft now. What do we get? We traded back in this mock? Round 1. Let's see here. So the 16th pick is mock trade from the Atlanta Falcons. Vikings now have a ton of draft capital after trading Stephon Diggs, so they can package 22, 89, and 132 to make up a difference. Okay, so let's go. Let's look at this. Draft pick value chart. Let's look at a draft pick value chart, and let's look up min. So they are giving up 22. That's a first round pick. 89 is a third round pick. So they don't even give us their second round pick. They give us 22, 89, and 132. 132 would be a fourth round. So they give up a third and a fourth and swap first and still have another first and a second to run with. So we'll know. So if this is a 3 or 4 round mock, then we should see 89 and 132. And we trade back and take Diggs. Falcons move back 6 spots, pick up 89 and 132 to help with the effort to rebuild the defense and still land a quality cornerback despite 2 others coming off the board at the position. Okay, I mean, you took Diggs in the first round. Again, this makes me barf. Oh, wait, where's the other rounds? Oh, they don't even give us the... okay. All right. Sure. Don't even... They just give us a third and a fourth. So they give us a third, a fourth. That would add two picks that we're missing from the Hurst trade. All right. And they don't even show us. They're like, yeah, we made trades, but we don't care. How early do you see the Birds addressing the O-line, if at all? Future center prospect, maybe. Yeah, man. Yeah, Dirty Dog. I mean, here's one of the things that I'm starting to have a problem with is like, so I did a little like setup, right? To see who we already have on the roster. And if you look at the roster right now, maybe I can pull it up really quick. Maybe I can pull up. Where is it? Here it is. Let me bring this over here. Let me show you guys something. So I was looking at offensive linemen that we already have right now. And one of the things that I kind of started to realize, and I'll pull it down so that you guys can see. One of the things I started to realize was if you look at the offensive line currently, we have a backup for every position right now. Matthews and Wetzel are left tackles. Brown and Carpenter are left guards. Brown can also play right guard. Mack and Harlow are centers. Lindstrom and McCray are right guards. So you actually have 3 right guards on the roster right now. And McGarry and Gano are right tackles. If you felt like you didn't want to go offensive line this year and then go offensive line next year with Mack departing, you could do so. But I think that you draft a center. I think you draft a center to take over Harlow's spot. I don't think Harlow makes the team. And you can't get rid of these contracts here. It's just too much dead money. You just incur so much dead money. So I think this is kind of how the roster is kind of going to look when we get it all done, with a rookie behind Mack. And basically 2 guys playing left guard, or 2 guys backing each other up at left guard, two left guards, and a third left guard that's potentially also a center. That's kind of where I'm sitting right now. So stupid. All right, NFL.com. CJ Henderson. Achoo! How many? The score 4 days ago. CJ Henderson. It was funny, man. They just, I don't know, man. They don't care. SNY. Ah, no problem, Dirty Dog, man. No problem, dude. Thanks for coming through. What? It's only 11 picks? Mock drafting the top 11. You're so lazy that you couldn't even do a full 32 mock draft. You're so lazy you could not even do 32 picks. You did 11. Not even 10. Not even an even number. You decided to do an uneven number because you wanted to add the Jets in there. Athlon Sports. First round predictions updated 4 days ago. CJ Henderson. Achoo. They have no originality. None. 0. Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round. That would be damn scary in Baltimore. That'd be damn scary. The Finsider. Tua making all of the Dolph fans chase on. We've seen this 100,000 times. Come on, somebody show me something original. The Game Haas. Show me something different. We've seen Christian Fulton. Show me something different. Somebody show me something crazy and unique. Walter Football. Kinlaw. We've seen this one too. The only one that we've seen different is the Zach Bond pick. We've only seen one pick, and it's the Zach Bond. The Big Lead. Check these guys out. Shakeups after free agency. Chase on. It's not a shakeup if you keep putting the same people there. Chase on. Roto World. Thanks, Roto World. Yard Breaker. You got something original? Nope. You got CJ Henderson. Achoo. CBS Sports. Bay Area. Christian Fulton. Achoo. Now I'm going to do it for any corner in the first round. There's really just nothing original at this point. These guys have nothing original at all. 0 originality whatsoever. Come on, shake up the board. Show me something that makes me think. You keep giving me a corner over and over and over and over and over and over, but you're not making me think of anything. Kinlaw again. Kinlaw again in SB Nation's mock 5 days ago. Aftermath. The Aftermath. With trades, he says. Chase on at 16. Nothing different. We've already done a new NewJersey.com. They chase on. NFL mocks. Never seen this website in my life. 2-rounder. Let's go see their 2-rounder, huh? Da 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 da. So they, oh man, they split it up into a bunch of parts. 16 or 20. Henderson, I shoot. Reshaping their defense, not bringing back edge rusher Vic Beasley. They agreed to a deal with Dante Fowler Jr. Double-digit sacks, first time in his career in 2019. They got a corner. They let go of Desmond Trufant, and now need to find his replacement. No, they don't. Maybe they already had their replacement. Maybe you didn't think about that. They won't have to look far for C.J. Henderson, their first pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. Henderson could provide some athletic ability in their secondary and go along with great coverage skills. This is a 2-rounder, right? Where's my second pick? Atlanta, Ross Blacklock. That's not bad. Ross Blacklock, but I mean, he's not coming in for a lot of crazy stuff. Jesus Christ. The spin zone. Why? Why? Do you have a write-up on this? When the Atlanta Falcons made their run in the Super Bowl following the 2016 season, much of the credit was given to quarterback Matt Ryan, the offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan. This was understandable, as Shanahan did so well calling plays that he was hired as head coach in San Francisco with the 49ers. Ryan also deserved a lot of credit, as he was the NFL MVP that season. Okay, so that entire... was that paragraph? That whole paragraph means, I guess it's a lead up to the issue, but it really doesn't do anything other than go, those two guys made a difference. Okay. While both those men were huge contributors, the Falcons defense also deserved a lot of credit for that year. And on that side of the ball, Vic Beasley was their best player. The young edge rusher had a breakout campaign, reeling off a league-high 15.5 sacks while forcing 6 fumbles. Since then, the team has fallen off the map some. Ryan hasn't had the same killer instinct, and the defense has become average. Part of that falls on Beasley, as he had 18 sacks in 3 seasons since and is now with the Tennessee Titans. That means Atlanta needs to find a new defensive end that can give opponents heartburn. Okay. And with that being the goal, they used the number 16 pick on AJ Epinesa from Iowa. Beasley's issue in Atlanta was his frame. 6'3", 245 isn't ideal for an edge in a 43. But that won't be the case with Epinesa, who is an opposing 6'5", 275. He doesn't have the explosion off the snap and isn't a fast player by any means, but he got power to spare and already boasts a strong collection of pass rush moves. Well, everybody's shitting on it, but that's... If we played more heavy sets, like we stayed at a 34 for most of the season, and AJ was one of the outside rushers or was a switch rusher with Grady, and like they had to take tack off the field and we stood up Epinesa, it could work. That's just so bizarre that it takes me almost a week to go back in time and find an Epinesa. That's kind of crazy. It is a 3-round mock, so like let's go find out what else they gave us. There's a lot of really interesting picks in here. Baltimore Ravens via the Falcons? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did we trade with them? Don't tell me we traded with these boys. We traded back in the second round, or they traded up. Okay, so the Ravens traded up in the second round to acquire our pick. So what picks did we get? We obviously got their third, right? We switched. We don't have this pick. What do you mean via the Patriots? What in the hell am I looking at? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on one second. What did we add again? Excuse me, princess? Baltimore Ravens via the Falcons. What kind of goddamn trade is this? I'm trying to figure out this trade. What? Okay, this is second round. So, hold on. So, in the first round, we took Epineza. In the second round, we traded down. Bucks cards. Okay, so the Ravens trade up. So that means we should have a second round pick. Okay. So I guess we traded up to get Hennessy. Falcons bolstered the defensive line in the first round, and now they get better on the offensive line. Another small school with big potential. Hennessy come improve. I don't hate Hennessy. I don't hate him. But we traded down, and then we traded back up. And this is supposed to be a 3-rounder? And then we take Lawrence. Turbo side of the limit, and then defensive tackle. Right. Okay, so that's a bit overkill. Tell me we get Baltimore's other pick in the third round. What did we trade? Some 4th round nonsense or something? What? Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. That just... Yeah. That's weird. That is really, really, really bizarre. All right, Walter football. Henderson, Achiu. Baltimore Sun. Cedar Henderson, Achiu. We'll do about 3 more. CJ Henderson. Chase on. Oh, and here's the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Lloyd Cushenberry. Oh boy, AJC trying to come out here and be original. At least they're original. You know what? You know what? I'll give them. I'll give them that. At least they gave us Lloyd Cushenberry. Although you have a first-round pick, this is the problem with taking Lloyd in the first round. You draft Lloyd, and now you have to pay Lloyd right after you pay Lindstrom and McGarry. Think about that. Stop. Stop. See if there's any news that just popped up. Yeah, there's been like a lot of FaceTime meetings. The Falcons, Kenny Willix. The Falcons had a FaceTime meeting over the telephone with Kenny Willix, the defensive lineman from Michigan State. Which is kind of cool, I guess. He's cool, I guess. Yeah, a lot of illogical and dumb decisions. A lot of illogical and dumb decisions. But okay, so but Cushenberry's cool, I guess. I guess he's cool. See, like, and it just it continues on. It continues on. Henderson. It's almost all they are locking that in. If it's not Chason, it's Henderson. If it's not one of those two, it's some kind of see. I mean, Henderson. It just doesn't end. It doesn't end. There's no originality when it comes to the pick. They don't want to do the hard work on Atlanta. Here's another Epineza, but this is almost a week ago. AJ Epineza from CBS. Remember, they've done like 12 mocks since then. Why AJ Epineza 7 days ago? Let's check it out. Why? Atlanta always in the market for a pass rusher and should absolutely be looking for help in the defense heading into the season. No real answer. Just like, okay, yeah. Sad world we live in. Blackshare, Bangley, Xavier, good to see you guys. Rise up, stay grounded. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, so, you know, man, like, I get it. I get it. It's fun to go, okay, they lost this major piece, so throw in this corner that everybody likes. It's athletic. I get it. Let's not pretend, man, that CJ Henderson's going to be he's going to save us. You know? CJ's going to save us. I wouldn't start going like, well, you know, corners develop faster in the NFL than any other play. You can say that if you want to, if that makes you feel better and makes you sleep well at night. But the reality of the situation is that that player still has to adjust to the speed of the game. So it's going to take them at least 4 to 5 games to adjust to that speed of the game and begin to play at an average level athletically. And then on top of that, if you're not a special unicorn and suddenly just start, you know, blowing it up like some of the corners that we've seen over the past couple of years, you pretend that the current corners on the roster are bad, like completely unworkable, like Oliver and Sheffield are nobodies. Like, oh, they're terrible. Let's just go get let's put as many corners as we possibly can on Atlanta and see if it fixes the situation. That's just a waste of time. It is. It's a waste of time. Y'all know what I know it. So by promoting this I don't know, just this narrative that the Falcons, they don't have any other choice than get a Sam linebacker in Chason, or get a corner in CJ or Christian Fulton, is laughable at best. It really is. And I think people have just fallen in love with the narrative that athletic players are what the Falcons are looking for. If the Falcons decide to go with CJ Henderson, or they go with Chason, or they go with Christian Fulton, or Kenneth Murray, if they go with one of these so-called athletic, profiles, one of these athletic beasts, then to me, that would state that the Falcons have learned nothing, absolutely nothing, of the past 5 years of working with Vic Beasley and Devondre Campbell, and they have learned nothing as far as pass coverage is concerned when they're trying to throw slot corners and first-round corners in to try to fix the situation that they messed up years ago with Trufant and Alfred getting contracts when you could have moved on from those guys. If you were so, and this is why I think it's so funny, people go, oh, they had to bring Trufant or Alfred back. Let me ask you guys this: Xavier, Blackshear, Bangley, Joseph, Falcons 224. Let me ask you guys a question. If it's so easy for a corner to come from the draft class and replace a corner that you have on the roster, or that you lost to free agency, or you got rid of because you didn't want that corner anymore and you want to upgrade to it, if it's so easy to replace corners, then in the Trufant and Alfred situations, why didn't we just go to the draft and go draft more corners? Because it's so easy, right? It's so easy to draft a corner and turn them into decent molding work, right? So if that's the case, then why did Trufant and Trufant and Alfred get contracts? We could just go into the draft and replace them, or go get some bum off the street and he can come in and replace them. Why did we pay those guys money? Why? So the narrative that a corner can come in and just blow it up is obviously only used to justify a particular argument because you want an athletic player. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with corners being able to come in and immediately take the job, because if that was the case, then Dan Quinn and company would have drafted another corner a long time ago and would have started them. They would have started some 4th and 5th rounders without question and just put them in. Remember that Trufant and Alfred are not Dan Quinn guys. Those are Mike Smith drafted players. So they gave them money to be here on this team. So if it was so easy to replace these guys like they're doing right now, oh, you lost Trufant, we could just replace him with CJ Henderson or Christian Fulton or what, then why didn't over the last couple of years we draft more corners and replace those guys? Because it's so easy, right? It's so easy to take an athletic corner and put him out there and immediately make it work. So I think that narrative is falsified and it is justified so that you can have a corner in the first round. That's so that you can feel better about the corner situation, because you don't feel comfortable right now. And look, I get it. You don't feel comfortable right now. You, the viewer, do not feel comfortable right now with Isaiah Oliver and Kendall Sheffield as your outside corners, because you're so used to Trufant being there or having some decent level of play from Alfred. And now neither one of those boys are here, and you're forced to have to go through a transition period. You're forced to evolve. You're forced to change. And so you're forced to have to see some growth and maturity come out of some players. If it's so easy to make these corners work, then Sheffield and Oliver should be able to get the job done, because Raheem Morris is high on them. If it's so easy to get it done, then why didn't we go draft corners earlier on? because it's so easy, right? You guys are saying it out of this draft going, it's so easy, so we're going to take a guy and he's going to immediately come in here and boom, he's going to be a stud day one. It's so easy, right? Well, obviously it's not, because they paid Alford and Trufant to stay here because they were scared that if they went and grabbed a corner in the draft that they wouldn't develop fast enough. Obviously, that is the current situation that we currently live in. That's the timeline we live in. They didn't want to go get a corner in the draft and put a young rookie out there because they knew they were going to have to take lumps and get beat up for a season, and then suddenly you look like a dum-dum having to put a young, nobodies out there. It doesn't matter how high you got drafted in the draft. You're a nobody until you become somebody in the NFL, until you go through your lumps and you're given, a year, 2 years to develop. So don't come to me and start telling me that corner should be taken in the first round by the Atlanta Falcons to shore up the slot. All right? Because if Raheem Morris really likes Isaiah Oliver and Sheffield, then these guys should be able to develop under Raheem Morris. You should have more faith in Raheem Morris. Ye of little faith sits back there and goes, I'm not comfortable with that, and you want to draft somebody so you can feel comfortable. It's not about your damn comfort level, excuse my language, but your damn comfort level doesn't mean anything to the Falcons organization, nor does it mean to the players that are trying to win those jobs and prove that they belong in those positions. We've got plenty of corners on the roster now. Allen is a pretty decent slot corner. Blady Ware-Wilson is back as another corner here. Jordan Miller is going to be suspended 6 games for a PED thing, but he was a pretty decent special teamer, and in college, a pretty great corner. And then you've got Oliver and Sheffield have both proven time and time again that they're worth a damn. And by the way, Damontae Kazee is also a corner that has worked not only in the slot, but on the outside in college, and he's playing free safety, and you've got 4 or 5 safeties on the roster right now. So don't tell me that the DB position is not flooded with guys right now, whether they're quality or not, and you're coming out here and starting to talk about all this, we're going to grab a corner and draft these guys or grab these guys and put them on the roster, and they're just going to blow up. And no, you're lying to yourself. You just want to be comfortable. Fuck your comfort level. I don't give a damn about your comfort level. Go look at the rest of the line, and you're trying to replicate what you've been doing for the last couple of years by drafting a Chason. This is, again, another reason why you're bringing in Chason to be a third rusher and a Sam linebacker, and you're still going to need a Sam linebacker out there because Chason's not a linebacker. He's an edge guy. He's a situational pass rusher. Truth hurts. Truth hurts to hear. But your flash and shiny nickels doesn't matter. Really doesn't. When I see guys like AJ Epineza getting drafted in mock drafts to the Atlanta Falcons, or Zach Bond to the Atlanta Falcons, I get giddy. You know why? Because that's change. That's different. That's not inside the same mold you've been doing for the past 5 years. If I were to tell you and sell to you a new Falcons organization, and if I were to tell you 5 years ago that the Falcons, 5 years from now, back in 2015, if I were to tell you in 2015, yeah, this guy Hayden Hurst out of South Carolina, he's going to go play for the Baltimore Ravens, going to be a first-round pick, going to be absolutely a stud. The Falcons are going to want him, but he gets drafted by the Ravens. And then the Falcons are going to aggressively pick him by trading multiple picks to the Baltimore Ravens and acquiring him for 2020. If I told you that, you wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't believe me because you would go through 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 and go, there's no possible way that we would be that aggressive. We're so conservative in what we do. And suddenly the Falcons have gotten aggressive. The change in the guard is happening, y'all. The change in the guard is happening right now. There is a shift in the air. Forces have shifted. Gravity has changed here. This ain't your mom and pop Falcons. This is something different. We're seeing something different. We're so ingrained in the athletic profile from Dan Quinn that when we see mock drafts like this, if it's outside of the norm of Christian Fulton or CJ Henderson or Chason from by the way, SEC schools, this is a SEC bias narrative, and we see guys like AJ Epineza or Zach Bond or Winfield. This is a good one. Blackshear just said it in the chat just a second ago. What if you get Delpit or Winfield to slide Rico into the slot? I'm telling you right now, if we go out and get Gross Mateos or AJ Epineza or Winfield or Delpit or Blacklock, or we knock the socks off of somebody and get Curtis Weaver in the first round, or we don't even pick up a corner to the whole of this. If we don't do those things and you guys start freaking out, that's your problem. That's your problem. Not a Falcons problem. Falcons have a plan. It looks like the Falcons have a plan. Looks like the Falcons have a plan, man. I'm telling you, man. Looks like the Falcons have a plan. Really, really do. Here's another mock draft. I'm just going to quickly show this on the screen. Here's another mock draft. The Falcons taking AJ Epineza. And let me just like kind of slide this over. Let me slide this over so you guys can read this article with me here. But it goes, Falcons did add Dante Fowler Jr. to boost their pass rush, but they need more versatile edge to help Dan Quinn's 43 scheme. So again, still keying in on Dan Quinn's running the whole thing. That Raheem Morris is suddenly just gonna let Dan Quinn, like Dan Quinn goes, all right, Raheem, you're the defensive coordinator in name only. I'm gonna still be running things. There's obviously a change in the guard here. So this right here is a fallacy set up by people that want to continue an old narrative. If we live outside of that old narrative and we go, Raheem Morris is the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons and he's gonna bring new things in. Okay? We live in that world. Then this becomes much more of a reality, doesn't it? This becomes much more of a reality. And let's take a look. Epineza, 6'5", 275 pounds, powerful, explosive, big body defender. He can push blockers out of the way to get to the quarterback. Also stands up strong against the run. He confirmed his first round status with the 2.5 sacks and a forced fumble against USC in the Holiday Bowl. You know what? You know what? You know what I'm going to do? Y'all ain't gonna like this. Y'all ain't gonna like this. You know what I'm gonna do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is Dan about to pull out some film? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know I'm about to pull out some film. Where's that Holiday Bowl, huh? Where's that Holiday Bowl? USC Holiday Bowl. I want to see it. Where? Where? Nebraska, Minnesota, Purdue, Rutgers. Okay, so I'll have to go search it up. YouTube. You'll always find it there. AJE versus... AJE versus... Okay, so it's not gonna... USC highlights. Holiday Bowl... This seems to be it. This seems to be it. Okay, all right. Let me readjust the screen. Let me readjust all of this nonsense. I'm gonna readjust this so that you guys can see this beautiful tape. We're gonna watch this tape together, you and I, friendos for life. All right. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Apparently he kicked ass. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Put a little love in it. All the way out. This beautiful bean footage. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's chat. I'm gonna minimize you. Get over here. This thing. I'm gonna minimize that. This thing. What is this thing? What is this thing? Just minimize that. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. So get out of my way, son. All right. Let's go back. So this is 6 minutes into the second quarter, and AJ Epineza comes off the top of the screen here. What happened? Wait, what happened? Okay, so 75 was supposed to kick outside to help him with that. And this tackle just like forgets. What happened, dude? Sacked. You got sacked, buddy. Yeah, here we go. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I don't know about that. If you're just going to leave it wide open, I mean, he's going to kill your quarterback, bud. Bud. Listen, bud. 2nd and 19 on that now. They're going to show the 2nd and 19 play, so he makes another play. So where's he now? Now he's at the bottom of the screen here. Now he's here. He was coming screaming around that edge. On the top of the screen there. I guess they're going to show a replay. Epineza coming around the top of the edge there. He's coming. He slapped those hands out of the way. No, we're going to have to see that again, bud. Got to see that again, bud. Oh, this dude. Watch up here. He throws his hands up in the air. Why? You're an idiot, man. You're an idiot. You almost got there, too. That's hilarious. So he kind of started making a little bit of an impact in the second. Oh. Hello. Show me again. He's going to come off this line. Swipe hands. Aggressive swipe of the hands here. Come right around. Whoop! Ah, bro. 57, you got to make that catch, bro. He gifted it to you. AJ Epineza is a scary boy. This is your Claiborne replacement, y'all. This is your Claiborne replacement. Watch him. What? Get out of here, son. Look at my long arms. Thank you. Thank you. Do it to him. So where is he now? Man, this boy's scary. This boy is scary. Okay, top of the screen here. Watch him up here. He walked that boy inside, acting like he wasn't gonna pass rush, and then he disengages with goddamn lightning. Whoop! Whoa, 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 blah, 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 blah. Bruh. 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 Watch him up top at 73. 73 is getting his ass whooped. He walked that boy inside. He just walked him inside and then kept the edge. 73 is trash. Oh my god. Yeah, he whooped it. He whooped it. Is this new? How new is this Nebraska film? December 6th. That's when this was uploaded. So I've seen this before. Six six, he's 6'5". But Dan, he solidified his status. Don't feel like that. Don't be like that. Have I seen all this film already? November of 19. Rutgers. Did I see the Rutgers film? When was that? September of 19. They pretty much got all his tape out. Yeah, they pretty much got all of his tape out. Is this Michigan tape kind of new? October 7th? No, we've seen this before too. Michigan almost held him every single play. Man, there's a lot of people. Don't think he's going to do much as a pass rusher. I really doubt your... I really doubt your opinion there, sir. Sir. In doubt. Highly in doubt. But yeah. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. All right, cool. So we're going to take about an hour break. So I'll see you guys back at 11 o'clock. And we're going to start up a gaming session with you guys. That way we can have some fun, chill out for a little bit. And then you guys, if you guys want to ask questions or chill out with us and talk about some draft or things of that nature, then I will see you guys there. Peace, hair grease, rise up, stay